I picked up a lot of skills over the last few years, and they have become a necessity to how I heal my mental, physical, and emotional being, navigating this journey of POTS and dysautonomia. Now, all last week, I was deeply frustrated and upset about where I am in life right now. I was so incredibly frustrated about the fact that there are many things that I simply cannot do in this moment in time. And it is incredibly easy to go down the rabbit hole of saying this is how it's going to be for the rest of my life. And I found myself in this loop of like disbelief of saying like, this can't be it. There's no way. This cannot be how my life is supposed to be. I'm supposed to be in my 30s and healthy and going out and having fun. And instead, I am in my 30s and struggling to walk down the block and needing to sit down constantly and having my body do weird things that it absolutely never did before. And even as I'm saying this to you, I can feel the anger and the rage bubble up within me. But then I got exhausted. And that's the truth. I literally exhausted myself being mad. And the clarity that came out of it after the anger had subsided was that I actually have every single thing I need to heal if I just pay attention to the fact that I have it. Now, I'm not talking on the physical level because the body does a lot of things and I am not a doctor, but I am talking about the mental and the emotional side of healing. So I learned Reiki and energy work years ago. And when I first learned them, I had absolutely no logical reason to do so. I had gone to one session of Reiki because I was struggling with chronic fatigue. And after that, I felt great. And then a few weeks after that, my cousin called me up and said, do you want to take a class with me? And that's how I learned it. There was no like higher purpose, no intention in my like conscious mind to say, this is what we are doing because this is the solution. And the funny part is that I use Reiki every single day to help me heal my mind, my emotions, and even sometimes my body. So I have found Reiki to be incredibly useful when it comes to calming down my heart when it beats too fast, or helping me with like a stomach ache or a headache. When I had migraines, I used to Reiki my head every single day. And at the time I just thought, this isn't helping. This is not what I need. And now my framework is, this is exactly what I need because I'm reinforcing that I have some level of control over my body. When I started practicing energy work, it was on a whim. I literally ran into a girl who said, hey, our old yoga teacher has now began practicing energy. You should reach out to her. There was nothing else there. Like I literally didn't say like, oh my God, I want to be an intuitive healer. I just said, oh, this seems pretty cool. Let's see what's up. And sometimes I think the ability for the soul to guide us exactly where we need to go is incredible because we end up exactly where we need to be, even if on paper it makes no sense. Because energy work has been the thing that has allowed me to feel in control of my mind. It has allowed me to regain control over my mindsets, even when I'm constantly getting rejected by doctors or told that this is just how it is. Even when I could easily fall down into depression or make myself have an anxiety attack about the circumstances of my life in this moment. Energy work and my ability to trust in my own intuition, my ability to channel, my ability to simply call into fruition the life that I want, it has changed the game for how I navigate this. And it's not to say that I'm able to do this every day, because like I said, last week, it was really challenging. But last week, even in the moment where I was about to break, I thought about the fact that I have all of these tools in my toolkit that I've simply accumulated over time, not knowing how or when I was going to need them. And yet they have come in handy every time. And the final one is the one that I'm looking at right now, which is the skill of embroidery, which seems just kind of weird for the entire like Reiki energy work combination. But I picked up embroidery during the pandemic because I needed something to do. And I needed something to keep my mind occupied and show that I could do harder things, like learning a new skill. Because prior to that, I was really grappling with self-belief in terms of learning something new. There was an immense amount of fear in the sense of like, I don't want to learn something new because I don't think that I can do it. And I'm so grateful that I learned how to embroider because it helped me break that mindset. Because if I had carried that mindset with me into this current healing journey, if I had carried the mindset that I can't do hard things because I can't learn new things, I would not be nearly as upbeat or mentally sound or just feeling kind of grounded in where I'm at in life as I am. I would not be who I am, and I would not be able to do the work that I do because I simply wouldn't believe that I could try something new, and maybe it works and maybe it doesn't. But embroidery is something that I picked up, and it has taught me the power of patience and fortitude, and it is also the thing that helps me feel accomplished when everything else doesn't go my way. So, for instance, yesterday was a beautiful day, and I went out and I sat on a bench, and the cold, like the cold air and like the stimulation of like people around and sounds and noises caused me to just physically shake. And I don't know if you've ever tried embroidery, but trying to do it with a shaky hand is not ideal. And yet I sat here and I did it. I pushed myself to simply sit on a bench and fight through the sensations that are happening to my body. And the act of overpowering the physical sensations with the mindset that I could do this and that I've done it before was enough to break that mind-body connection. And it's a small thing, but it's so meaningful to me because if there's anything that I've learned on this healing journey, it's that we accumulate the things that we need for the exact moment in time when we need them, even if it doesn't make any sense. Even if we are sitting here and saying, how did we get here? Why is this happening? Somehow, somewhere, there is something within us that we can use to get through it. And it doesn't happen every single day, but on the days that it does happen, it makes it a hell of a lot easier to navigate. And the reason that I'm sharing this is because sometimes I forget that I have the skills within me to move the dial even 1 inch. And if I have the skills within me, because my soul has just been accumulating them over time, even if I wasn't aware of it, chances are you do too. And sometimes we just need the reminder that we have everything we need to get through what we're going through, even if it doesn't seem like it. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but this is the finished embroidery. No, is it blurry? There we go. And this thing was the absolute pain to do, but I'm incredibly proud of the flowers. And we're going to start working on leaves next because you know what? I think I can get better at them and I can do hard things. So can you.